All right, this is really just a test of the live stream setup, which will just make the workflow a little easier to stop and record something, and throw it up there. So let's give this a test. So what I've done here is I've built I just needed a tool. It's not obviously not a very professional looking tool, but it's something I can use to work with Fuse. And so what we've got here, if I want to create, let me see, where are we at? Where's my cursor? There it is. So this should break, right? Because there is nothing. Yeah, nothing. There's no session. So already, that needs to be fixed. But anyway, we're gonna go to new session. We'll call it new session 1. We can select the model we want to use. We're going to use the default model. We can add a pause if we're normally you'd use that in code, not here. But perhaps someday there'll be a reason to put it here. And then we have these other things. We click create. I did move the buttons to the top. I like that a lot better. I hate the row created. We need to get rid of that. And now, hello world. Now we have a session. So it's actually using Grok, I believe, for this particular model on the back end, and it is going out. And I don't know why it did that, but so this is from the AI. So we can then edit the session and change things. We can create another session. We'll call this just session 2, and let's just try Claude 3, create, and we'll see what Claude 3 does. Right now, you tab. Oh, we ran out of money there. At least it was a somewhat meaningful. Let's try Google Gemma. And this is on Together AI. So and yeah, we're going to fix that. So, but we are getting response back, and that's from Gemma. This was from Grok's Llama implementation. So basically what we have is a very basic, this is a progressive web app. I haven't really played with these yet. Using database login right now as the accounts. And let's just go, I mean, this is super simple. You can set it up pretty much with a wizard. But I want to show you the code because there is actually very little code to implement this. So this is literally all the code. So if you go out and download Fuse and install it into a user account, and then you create a app like this, this is all the code that I need to do this. So I'm setting my session model provider to the session ID, which is basically the ID in this in the Fuse session table that interface is connected to, and then we just call the user with the prompt, and that puts the prompt in the session prompt table, which is what we're also looking at. So you can figure all this out if you just go and look in Fuse schema. We have our session prompt table, and we have a session table, and that's basically what this is built on. And then Fuse is just storing data in here. So what that gives me is basically a test tool. So the next thing is like, what do I want to do next with it? I think what I'm going to do next is I'm going to add the tools, the tooling. So if you go in here to tools, in this example, you can see we create a tool group with some Oracle procedures, and those get registered, and then we can actually implement, we can ask questions like how many rows are in a table, and it will actually answer them. So the next thing we're going to do is kind of like, well, how would we extend that to our interface? And so what's probably going to happen is when you create a session, you're going to be able to add a tool group. So the next thing, of course, would be like, well, what if I want to add more than one tool group? Maybe we'll do a list of tool groups. I don't know. That gets maybe I don't want to do that. Just want to do one tool group for now. So we'll in here, because I think it's already in the table, the tool group for the session. You'll just add the tool group, and then that should start working. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do next. The idea here is just to kind of go back and forth between the UI and the schema and the library and the test cases and see how we can get this all working together nicely. But we ultimately want the code base to stand alone, not be so tightly integrated with the UI. That's not the goal. But UI is needed for a lot of the test cases. So hopefully this live stream works. We'll see.